Hi everyone, Jared here, and today we are going to unbox a new Milwaukee Fuel impact. Now, this is not, I shouldn't say new like newly released, but it's new to me. This has been out for a little while, and this is the 1/2-inch mid-torque impact Milwaukee Fuel M18, and this is Gen 2. But not only are we going to open this up, and I'm going to show you this, but we're also going to discuss impacts in general. I have 4 other Milwaukee impacts, and I'm going to show you each one of those. Now, Milwaukee sells quite a few impacts, and I don't have them all. So I'm not going to be able to discuss and show you the differences between all of the different impacts, and I do not own any M12 impacts, even though I do have quite a few M12 tools. So to start, let's open this guy up, get this unpacked, and then we'll grab the other impacts and we'll discuss those as well. Okay, so this impact is the 2962-20. The dash number just means this is a tool only, not a kit. And once again, this is the 1/2-inch mid-torque M18, and this has the friction ring. The Gen 2 changed the shape a little bit and made it a little bit different form factor, and I tell you what, they're nice. Not only do they look cool, the way they've shaped them, but they are very ergonomic and they are very powerful. Matter of fact, this one is rated at 550 foot-pounds tightening and 650 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque. So that's pretty darn good for an impact of this size, especially considering for years it was tough to even get an air impact that would provide that amount of torque, especially in something of this size. So let's grab the other impacts and we're going to compare. Okay, we're going to start off first with my big guy. Although this is not the largest one Milwaukee makes, it's the largest one I have. This is the high torque M18 1/2-inch impact. This one is rated at, I think, 1,450 foot-pounds, which is pretty darn substantial for a battery-powered impact. Now, they do also make a 3/4 inch and a 1-inch impact, and 1-inch D-ring handle. This provides everything that I need. We're not doing a ton of farm work. We're not changing tires on big tractors, anything like that anymore, where I'm going to need one of those larger ones. So this one's quite the beast, pretty powerful. And I have broken several bolts by using this and not paying attention. Okay, so next size down, we're going to stick with the 1/2-inch and we're going to look at the mid-torques. This is the new one I just opened. This is my mid-torque 1/2-inch. That is Gen 1. So you can see try to get the metal lined up here. You can see there's a little bit of size difference. It's not a ton, but it's probably a good 1/2 inch or so maybe. But the nice thing about it is it shrinks it, not only allows you to get into places that are tighter, but it moves the weight back closer to the handle instead of having it further out. And they also added LED lights on the front, on the face. So this one does not have it. It has a solid metal front nose. This one has a little rubbery plastic bumper on the front that has LED lights in it, which is pretty cool if you're going into somewhere dark or working up in a car and can't see where you're going. So not only did the form factor change, Kind of looks a little neater, a little blockier, but adding those lights really helps the functionality of this. Now, this is also offered in a 3/8, which you see here. So yes, we opened up the 1/2 inch today, and I had a 3/8 before this. The reason I did not buy the 1/2 inch first was I wasn't sure if I really needed it because I already had the 1/2 inch mid torque. So why spend the money on another one? Well, after having the lights in the front and really enjoying this form factor, I decided to go ahead and buy the same 1.5 inch. So this is the 3/8 mid torque M18. You will see these are, they are identical. The only difference is the square drive. This is the 3/8, and this is going to be their, I'm going to call it the low torque. So there is a new version of this. This is Gen 1. This is a kind of an ugly little guy, right? This is really nice when I'm working on smaller hardware, like something with an M10 head or something like that, and I don't really want to kill it. I will grab this. Now, the new version of this looks a lot like this, except it's cut off right here. It stops, it's blocky, it's got the same LED lights, but it is a much smaller form factor yet. That'll probably be one of my next purchases, just to get the smaller low torque version of those Gen 2s and have it replace this. Now, you will notice that when I referenced these to start, I said that we'll grab a new one. I said that this has the friction ring, 1/2 inch friction ring. What does that mean? That is the way that the socket is retained onto the drive. So that is the retention method. They also offer these in a pin instead of a friction ring. I do not have any to show you because I despise the pin. If you did not change sockets, if you are working on the same thing every day, or if you rarely change sockets, then the pin setup might work okay for you. And what that does is similar to the ball on a ratchet that comes out of the hole in the socket, a pin sticks out of the side of the square drive. Now, the pin is not a ball though. It is truly it is round, but it is squared off pin, and it locks, and that socket will not come off unless you push that pin in with something like a little screwdriver and something like that. So once again, if you're dealing with something where the sockets are constantly falling off or you don't change them, the pin setup might be okay for you. For me, it's frustrating. I don't want to have another tool if I don't need one just to pop the socket off. So all of my impacts are friction rings. So as I stated, they offer quite a few impacts in M12 as well. There is a M12 stubby that everybody seems to love. It's kind of like the low torque version of this guy, where it's nice and short, but it is M12. Very nice form factor. It is pretty powerful for the size and will do a large majority of average homeowner work. I just don't have it. I'm not real sure if I'm even going to buy it because I have M18 stuff. They work for what I want them to work for, and they're not so heavy that I'm really needing an M12. But in the M12, they also go all the way down to a 1/4 inch impact, which would be kind of neat. So that might be something I add one day, but for now, this is my selection. So thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope this was enjoyable, fun to watch. To me, unboxing tools is always cool and fun. And hopefully this helped explain a little bit of the differences between the different impacts and show you why I have several, even though they do overlap. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I will respond and try to help you out the best I can. But please do me a favor. If you did enjoy today's video, hit the thumbs up and like the video, and then go subscribe and hit the bell notification to be notified of upcoming videos. And as always, have a great rest of your day.